It's crucial that you imagine for who you are designing and for who you're making a home. We should also think much more in a collective way. It's not just a single home, it's also the collective of many homes together.
Collectivity is something that's essential in terms of increasing density, but everyone has their own idea of the division between private space versus communal spaces. We collaborated with the European Cultural Center and 8 other architecture practices from around the world who focus on very livable housing. These particular housing projects that are designed by women-led practices, they have a slightly different perspective.
All of the architects in this exhibition demonstrate that we are each very concerned about responding in a particular way to a particular place, culture, locale, and meaning to those places for those communities.
What is very important for me as an architect is your attitude. We are not autonomous artists, so we're always working with a client, often even in a political situation. But our task is to give imagination, and we can be very strong in that.
We try to foster connections between residents. That can happen by creating view connections on the outside, on the balconies, and when you see your neighbors. But also the building itself can be a good neighbor.
The idea of housing as being civic building, to me, is tied to reciprocity. There's a condition of reciprocity between the private space of the individual or the collection of individuals and the public realm, and it gives back in a very important way.
When you collaborate on an exhibition like this, you learn from each other. You learn from the other projects. You're studying the other projects in terms of what other people are doing.
This kind of exchange of ideas finds its way into the decisions we make on a daily life. It's people we meet, it's collaborations across countries. There are a lot of professional relationships, but friendships that also form that can really help to spread ideas across the globe.
If you go to Venice, to the Architecture Biennale, you will have an overview of how architects are addressing the critical issues of today. It's really a place where the bigger problems of society are highlighted through architectural projects, but also the solutions.
So come to Venice, to the European Cultural Center, and there's an enormous amount of exhibitions, and it gives you a lot of inspiration.